you, Rabbi, from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos up. So I would say the Christmas season started. How do we know the Christmas season started? Did they turn the lights on Oxford Street? Actually, I don't know. Maybe they did. Probably they did. Who turns them on now? I remember when Doctor Who used to. Well, it was more in Brighton, really, than Blackpool. Blackpool's the place they would turn the lights on. But no, the Christmas season has started because I got my decorations up, right? I got my decorations up. I had a painful odyssey getting decorations this year, right? There's no tinsel to be found in the land of Israel. It sounds like the beginning of a nativity play. There was no tinsel to be found throughout the entire land of Israel. So Joseph went to from his home in Bethlehem. No. I couldn't get it. So I finally okay, fine. I'll just get coloured paper and make freaking paper chains. Even that took forever. You see the ones down here, over here? These are white and green, right? And everything else is more Christmassy, red and green. That's because while I was waiting for my bloody kids to get me the paper, I just looked around to find what I could. I had some green paper and white paper. That's how I started, right? But, the decorations are up. I am in a fine fettle today, and we got a lot of news to talk about. New Doctor Who magazine came out, and that caused me agita as well. Listen, I just want an easy life, right? Honestly, I just want a quiet life. Okay, easy life too. So I couldn't start recording this video because I have my Doctor Who magazine. I get it through my digital subscription. Otherwise, I'll get it like 2 weeks from now. These things have to be relatively current, right? So normally, I wake up early. I normally wake up around, just before 6. And I look at my phone. I normally get an email from Pocket Mag saying, yes, your Doctor Who magazine is here. Normally this was a reason for despondency. And, like, oh no, what are they going to do this month? Oh no. But now it's quite good. This new issue is quite good. But no Doctor Who magazine today. It's December 8th. I'm recording this on Thursday, December 8th, by the way. It was December 8th. Where's my Doctor Who bloody magazine? I know. I don't know. You know what? Because I'm using Twitter more now because it's fun. It's a pleasant experience. You can interact with people, and boy, is that really being? I can see it being good for society right away, which is why I think Elon Musk's days are numbered on this planet. Quite frankly, I don't know. He's pissed off the FBI, and now they've launched 3 investigations into him. Listen, mate, they're bigger than me. They might be bigger than you. I don't know. But so I tweeted at Pocket Mags, where's my Doctor Who magazine? And lo and behold, at DWM Tweets, the Doctor Who magazine Twitter account, they tweeted out, sorry it's late, we're fixing it, it just came on. But I was just kind of stuck. I was like, cannot move. I don't have Doctor Who. I need my routine, okay? I had no idea I was like Rain Man, but apparently I am, okay? I was like, But I did actually, because I do a live stream tonight on Thursday, so I like to prepare the stream. And Doctor Who magazine was going to be like bloody cornerstone of it. I'm like, how do I prepare a stream and a news video without it? I managed quite well, as you'll see. But then, thankfully, just before I started recording, Doctor Who magazine dropped. Oh, and I feel a settling throughout the land, right? So, I think things are much coming. And boy, did that Doctor Who magazine come with a lot of information, but not a headline story. The Tardis interior has been leaked, and this is a very good leak. This leak you can trust because it's literally the set. We're going to be looking at the film of literally the set and some screen grabs from it. Plus, because I love you, I went to the trouble of getting the best, and literally the absolute best image of the new TARDIS. There's like a picture of it hanging up there working from, so I did some Photoshop jiggery pokery and made it much more legible. And so we're going to be looking at that. We're going to be looking, there's a whole bunch of news, okay? A whole bunch of news. Before we get into it, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things. You know what they are. They are fan-dabby double-dosey. They are fantastic. They are the greatest things that you could possibly do in the world. Oh, it's just, maybe that's hyperbole. But, if you could like the stream, the video, that'd be really, really nice if you could subscribe. That's super duper duper nice. Follow me on everything. Follow me on the Twitwats. I'm at Biblical Comics. Follow me on Instagram. I don't know I think I'm probably at Biblical Comics. I don't know what I am. It's in the video notes, all right? It's in the video. Okay, how shit do you have to be at promoting yourself and you can't remember what you're promoting? I don't know, I'm on the interweb somewhere, I understand it, it's just, yeah, you'll find me. Type in Rabbi! You know, that... No, okay, fine. Look in the video notes. Would you please look in the video notes for the... and follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. What else? Substack. Substack's good. Substack, I send out like really, really cool stuff. The cool stuff being my content, but I also send out things like old Doctor Who magazine articles. When I can remember, I've been doing a thing. I want to send out years in review from like 10, 15 years ago. Because that stuff I find fascinating, right? Absolutely fascinating. So that's on there. Again, it's free. There's a paid one, but nobody signs up to it, okay? Literally, nobody. Not literally. There's a few people. Thank you very much. But if more people sign up, I guess I'll put more content on there. That's basically the bottom line. I think that's a bit of a honest look into the inner workings of the Rabbi. Fine. Like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack, Instagram. We've covered everything apart from the point of the video. Let's get to the news, ladies and gentlemen. So where do we start? Let's start with a bit of Tardis, shall we? Okay, so the news story has developed. This is always my nightmare, right? I gotta somehow edit this into the video on Fridays after recording and uploading it on Thursdays. But the story has continued since I recorded this video, and we need to add some more things in. So this leak of the Tardis, which we are not seeing on this channel, right? I'm gonna have to cover it over. I do not want to get a copyright strike. Go to this video on my Rumble account. It's rumble.com/Rabbi on Rumble. You can see it there. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about the ethics of showing it. Look, when the leak came out, I'm like, well, fair game. It's a leak. A leak is a leak is a leak. It's par for the course. It's what happens, right? Then I saw, right, how mortified they were. And looking at the leak, I understand why they're mortified. I have no idea if this is the full TARDIS, if this is like the underpinning of it, and they're going to dress it afterwards. It looks very clean. It looks very stark. It looks very like Imperial, Star Wars Imperial, like from Andor. You saw Andor, and you managed to stay awake. It looks a lot like the prison in Andor, right? It's very, very stark white. So I don't know. Are they painting it? Are they adding things to it? I don't know, but I do know it's not being presented in the way they want. So I said this yesterday on my live stream that Rusty Davis puts out a thing on his Instagram or something saying, listen, this leak has happened. I know we're all Doctor Who fans. You're all excited to see it. Please, I appeal to you, don't show it or pass it on to anyone. If he did that, I would take it off my Rumble account, right? And it's also on Twitter. I would absolutely do that. But he hasn't done that, right? He hasn't done that. So I do think leaks are somewhat fair game. I do want to be, I want to give like nodding, nodding reference to that they don't like it out there. So again, I'm removing it from this channel because basically I don't want a copyright strike, right? But it's out there a little bit. Go look at the video on Rumble. Is it? I think I put it in the video notes. And again, very stark, very white. It's like got 3 layers, at least 2 layers. It looks a lot like the Brian Hitch's original designs in 2004, 2005, which I think I show you on this video. Anyway, let me hand back over to me. And again, it's going to be covered over. You want to see it? Look on my Twitter. Look at my Rumble. Links in the description. I might even put that link in. A bit of TARDIS interior. Is this the right one? I think it's over here. Okay, so gird yourself, because this is apparently the TARDIS interior, right? Can you see this? Make me pull it out so it's a little bit. Let me make it bigger. This is the TARDIS, the TARDIS interior. We have how do we know this is the TARDIS interior? Let me show you. Let me. Where is it? Over here, I think. Is this it? Yeah, that must be it. Fine, we have a video of it that was sneaked from the set. So let's have a look at that. There we go. Doink. Turn that on and move me over here. So look, this is real, okay? There's no way this is a fake rumor, right? This is absolutely real. So let's play this video. And we can see it. Very look, multi-level set. There's a lot here we're going to be talking about in a minute. So, but that's basically the video. Oh, there you go, and it's done. And doink. Right. So that's the video that was leaked. But let's have a look at some more of the images again, which are, I think, over here. Doink. So fine. So this image over here. This I don't think was on the video. This is something that somebody snapped. So this looks like. This is where I got this much more legible image from. So it looks like to me, you know what it looks like to me? Something very similar to Brian Hitch's original design. Brian Hitch, very good artist, very influential comic book artist that really designed a lot of the look of everything from 2010 onwards, maybe 2005 onwards, right? And not just in Doctor Who. I mean, the entire MCU, when it was good, was entirely set upon Brian Hitch's work. He did it in this series called the Ultimates, which was essentially the MCU. It cast Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury a good 10, 15 years before he did. So Samuel Jackson became Nick Fury because of Brian Hitch, I think Brian Michael Bendis as well, back when he could write. So he designed the original Cybermen, and he also designed he did designs for the original TARDIS. The design for the original TARDIS look a lot like this, right? It looked like he wanted to do something like a complete sphere, and the platform suspended in the middle of it. So, one second, let's go. See if I got some of those. Oh, here. So this is one of his original drawings this is for the 2005 series. And we see a lot of similarities, right? Let's look over here. I wonder if we're going to get this. You see the time rotor goes above and below, but it's a 3-leveled set with walkways going off it, right? Now, I remember them putting these walkways in, these levels in, on purpose with Matt Smith's TARDIS, because they wanted places that other people could go in the TARDIS if they wanted two characters to have a quiet word, right? They always had, right, before, when they had the original 2005, the original revived series, 2005 TARDIS, it was always weird when, Rose Doctor wanted to say something quietly to Rose, and there was Mickey had to stand behind one of the TARDIS coral things, right? So, look, there seems to be a lot of similarities here. Let's have a look over here. We can see it's a multi-level set. We have a walkway going up. We have a ramp coming from the console, we got the. Here's the thing. It's very white, isn't it? Right? It's very, very white. Is it going to stay this white? Is the question. My guess is no. Right? My guess is no. I think that there hasn't been painted yet. Basically, I mean, I assume. Look, certainly this one indicates one, and it's got a jukebox in it, and that's clearly this is designed for the Tenant Doctor as we see from the image here. But I imagine they're keeping it more for for more than 3 episodes, right? That would make sense. Is this what the console controls are going to look like? Probably. So for me, at the moment, it looks a little bit antiseptic. It looks a little bit Star Wars. I say Star Wars, like Imperial Star Wars, as opposed to Doctor Who seems to be a bit like chaotic, and that was also the vibe that the 2005 TARDIS had. Like there was just stuff accumulated over hundreds of years, right? So this seems very, very antiseptic to me. My guess is the set hasn't been dressed yet, right? And I imagine there's going to be seats in it as well. That was something they actually wanted to put in. They actively want to put chairs because it looks like you could very easily fall off this this gantry way if the TARDIS is rocking about, right? So and this is kind of similar to the ceiling in the Capaldi TARDIS, which I absolutely love. That TARDIS, my favorite TARDIS, still remains McGann's TARDIS. It's absolutely beautiful. So look, to me, this looks exciting. Well, it looks exciting because it looks like Doctor Who's being made, right? Can we see what's in the time rotor in this one? It's come from this blurry picture. Not really, no. But those controls it looks very Star Wars, right? It looks very Imperial Star Wars. It also looks very classic Doctor Who, which kind of looked like the 2005 onwards console room kind of looked like the classic Doctor Who, just a console room, just a little bit dirtier. Quite a bit dirty, quite a bit aged. This looks like a real hark back into the classic series of Tom Baker, Trouter, everybody's console room, right? Maybe not the Pertwee one with the big salad bowls on the walls for the roundels. And the roundels are back, right? Unashamedly, the roundels are absolutely back. That's something I am very happy about. So what do you think about this new TARDIS, right? What do you think about it? I got to wait till they reveal it properly. Something I found about this production of Doctor Who is they're able to reveal information in a very effective way, right? It builds up. So I feel bad about getting into leaks and stuff because they have a very clear plan of what they're doing, and I don't really want to disrupt it. But at the same time, I'm a fanboy. What do you want? Okay, this leaked. There's no way I'm not going to mention it, right? But yeah, listen, exciting. If you did not know, however, just before we move on from this, Doctor Who has indeed begun filming. They released this 3 days ago, December 5th. There, mark it in your calendars, mark it in your 500-year diary. This is where Doctor Who returns. We've got a couple of, is it Millie Gibson, the gorgeous Millie Gibson, right? Please let me see her in costume, or out of it. I know she's 18. Okay, I hear you shouting at me, Rabbi, she's 18. I don't really, wanted to disrobe. I mean, I really do, but like there's a lot of me that doesn't want to disrobe for me. Okay, I would like it a lot, then feel very guilty if she disrobed for me. I'm not saying that. It's a fucking joke, you morons. I'm just fucking joking. Anyway, Doctor Who started filming is what I'm trying to say. Millie Gibson received this beautiful bouquet. I promise it's not from me, okay? Would that be creepy? Oh, man, would that be creepy? I promise not from me, but if it made you feel better about me ogling and objectifying you, I'll send you some flowers. Okay, does that help? I think that makes it worse, doesn't it? I think that makes it worse. Again, I'm finding living in 2022 a bit confusing. What can I tell you? Also, some casting. Oh look, there's Billy Gibson again. We have AJ and Curtis Pritchard are set to play the brothers of Ruby Sunday in the next season of Doctor Who. There's also rumours of another sibling called Trish. Oh, please. But this is yet to be confirmed. Is Trish going to be hotter than Ruby? Because that'd be crazy, right? I mean, look, this is an insanely good-looking family. Fine. So, let's say the new season is taking shape. I think we can all somewhat agree on that. New TARDIS looks interesting. Let's have a look at the shape this season is going to take. And I'm going to be talking about this on my live stream tonight. Rusty Davis. This all comes from Rusty Davis's column in Doctor Who magazine. And I'll be reading that column. So you get it from the horse's mouth that this was... You're getting this. So this is going out on Friday, right? So you've got to either find the time machine, right, and go back in time, right? Either do that or just click the video. It's on. You can see that. It's not far. Fine. Let's have a look at what shape this season is going to take. Doink. This website uses cookies to improve your experience. Okay. Listen, I like my experience being improved. Oh, improve my experience. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, baby. Can Millie Gibson improve my experience? I think she's got a lot of capacity for improving experiences. That's just my guess. That is just my guess. I don't know. She's younger than my youngest kid's girlfriend. Showrunner Rusty Davis has confirmed the episode count for season 14, the first full series of the new era airing in 2024. Oh, yes, right. This is airing in 2024. The 2023, we get the 4 specials. We get the 3 anniversary specials and a Christmas special. Cheers! But the Christmas specials are here to stay, baby. That's the big news we're going to get. But we also get an episode count. Speaking of Doctor Who magazine, David confirmed there will be 8 episodes. Now, for me, this is probably the sweet spot. So the thing you want to compare this against is, I would say, Disney Plus's Marvel channel or Star Wars channel. Neither of which have new content all year round, right? I imagine by 2024 there will be 2 backup series. There'll be 2 spin-off series. Probably, I would say an 8-episode season length for both. That seems like, so it's 24. That's 24 weeks a year. There will be new content being added in 2024. That's probably going to, again, following Star Wars and Marvel, that's probably going to increase to about, was it 32? If we're lucky, 40, right? But like between 32 and 40 weeks of new content a year. It sounds very exciting to me, right? Sounds very exciting to me. What will that content be? I don't know. We're speculating like crazy right now. The first rumor is a anthology show based on monsters. That'd be great, but yeah, listen, wouldn't it be great to get a 4-part Capaldi season, a 4-part Matt Smith season, like something like that under the same production block? I mean, it'd be very hard to do because you'd have to recreate his TARDIS, or not show his TARDIS interior, or have him discover a secondary control room, or something like that, right? I mean, you can't use the Tennant Shooty TARDIS, can you? Right, unless you reference it, right? Maybe in David Tennant's one said, "Oh, I haven't used this since my 12th body," or something like that. Because something I realized from did I release it yesterday? No, I think it's coming out. It'll be on my channel soon. I did a back-to-back review of The Husbands of River Song and The Return of Dr. Mysterio, but the 2 Christmas episodes, which are way better than you remember. I find they get better when you know the bad parts of them going in, what's bad about it, and your brain kind of just edits that out, right? And so, look, Dr. Mysterio, total failure, right? Total failure in terms of trying to emulate a superhero movie. The direction is awful, but man, so many great performances, good script, good solid script. Stephen Moffat really wants to do romantic comedies, right? Which is straight, but really super duper wants to do romantic comedies, which is what Dr. Mysterio was. But essentially, it was like those 2 stories, which were essentially back to back, was the resolution of the River Song arc, which essentially died, and Dr. Mysterio. One of the strongest things going through it was really all about Capaldi's doctor grieving for the loss of River Song and deciding he wants to get back into life again, right? And the final scene of Dr. Mysterio is he's like cranking up the TARDIS, saying, "Yes, I'm the Doctor, I'm back." And then you go straight into his last season where he's like hundreds of years later and he's retired and he's living in a university. We lost a good 2 seasons, like a good 2 seasons of Capaldi, and it's tragic. It's absolutely fucking tragic, mate. It breaks my heart. So wouldn't that be great? He explains, okay, that's fewer episodes than the last full season. No, not. Last full season was Flux, right? Which had 6 episodes and 3 specials, I guess. So it comes, but they weren't very special. I mean, come on. Okay, that's 1 more episode. Okay, 1 more episode. Here's the thing. I think, Russell Davies is trying to make it a sustainable, ongoing channel. So I think 8 episodes a year is doable, right? I think 12 or 13, because we've done so well in the world. We've made the world so much better since 2005. We can do less, and we're all poorer, right? Isn't that the greatest sign of the degeneration of the world? That we can do absolutely less than we could do 15 years ago. We can't do 13 episodes a year. And also, I guess he's going to be doing whatever the spin-offs, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, whatever it's going to be, right? So yeah, I think 8 episodes a year is a good amount, given that if there's only 8 episodes a year, also that's enough, right? You know, we got on Passover, in the Jewish holiday of Passover. We have there's a bit in it where you sing this song called Dayenu, right? Where basically, if God had taken us out of Egypt but not taken us, through the Red Sea, it would have been enough. Dayenu, it would have been enough. And you go, all these things, and you have the song go, Dayenu, Day. It's kind of fun, yeah. But the same thing, if it's just 8 episodes, Dayenu, it's enough, mate. It's that alone is 8 episodes. Plus one, so it's 9 episodes. That's exactly the same as last bloody season, and I'm going to make a guess. Call me a prophet. Call me a man who can see through the mysteries of the world into reality, the deep hidden reality of the world. My guess is this, though, using my spidey senses, I think it's going to be a bit better quality. Yeah, so we're going to get 8 episodes plus. Where is it? But give us time. We have plans. That's a promise. This could be a hint at the rumor spin-off. So you said there will also be a Christmas special in 2024. Russell T. Davis confirmed. And for the first time ever, I'm writing a Christmas special at Christmas. Listen, Russell T. Davis' Christmas specials are so freaking Christmassy, right? I can't imagine them becoming any more Christmassy. But writing at Christmas can't bloody hurt. So that's the 24th. So the 23 Christmas specials long since signed off. The new one is on 24. And the idea is it's going to be sustainable, right? They're going to be able to do 8 episodes a year. You're not going to get 13 months without. You're going to get a Christmas special. Back, front and center. The BBC must be like, yes! Yes! Thank you, Russell. Can I suck your dick? I think you find you already are. Okay, I mean, that's how I imagine it going down, right? Why did I say going down? Hey, okay. So the Christmas special, I'm very happy about. I can't believe we went, how many years? 63 or 73, 83, 93. We went 42 bloody years, the meaning of life. We went 42 years without an official Doctor Who Christmas special. I can't think of anything more Christmas than Doctor Who. It's like Only Halls and Forces, like Morecambe and Bloody Wives. If you don't know what those things are, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, your life hasn't been that good. But Doctor Who at Christmas is perfect, right? It's absolutely perfect. And the Christmas Doctor Who is so qualitatively different from your regular Doctor Who. Yes, you have your bonkers Doctor Who-y stuff, right? Lots and lots of bonkers Doctor Who-y stuff, which we all adore, right? Everybody loves a bit of bonkers Doctor Who-y stuff. But it's much more designed at the normie, right? It's much more designed to be this big budget fun, kind of frothy and somewhat silly affair, right? So that's essentially what it's all what it's all for. The and that's the template design, and it just works, right? It just works. And whenever they do a Christmassy thing, it's super Christmassy. Plus, you have Doctor Who in the middle being very, very Doctor Who-y. So I'm happy about the return of Christmas. Weirdly enough, so as we got this covered, right? I don't understand. And I think it's just they like things to be popular, right? They like to be popular. I will remind you we got this covered, right? The reason we lost the Christmas special, I have no idea what this video is playing here, but my God, it looks like nothing I would ever want to see. What is that? Why him? Why me? Okay, who cares? Okay, I don't know. Can I just get rid of this? I'll do that. There you go. Remember? Is it gone? Fine. Yeah, it's good. Too much moving. The reason that we lost the Christmas special is because idiots like you, we got this covered, right? Idiots like you said, Doctor Who's all about change, move forward, break the glass ceiling. Oh, penises are bad, especially white ones. Oh, horrible. We don't like any of that stuff. Let's make it progressive and new. Yay! Let's do that. Okay. But because we did that, Chris Chibnall came along, right, and said, we're going to make Christmas anew. And the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the Christmas specials. Why, Chris? Why, Chris? Because I don't like Christmas, because I don't like anything that comes from the Bible. That's why I'm very, very much on board with men being women and women being black and white, up and down. Listen, the cultural division we have in the world is entirely definable by by people being by saying who is on board with essential basic Judeo-Christian values and who is against them, and they're so openly against them that we got this covered of the world. So that's why we lost the Christmas bloody special, right? You freaking moron. And I'm seeing this more and more nowadays, right? You know, have people who like really champion this insane, and I hate using the word diversity because it's not. It was actually the reverse of diversity. It was a reverse of anti-racism, whatever. It's and they're looking at the devastation of what they make. Like, you know, I mean, it's crazy. The I was it about a month or so ago. We were having friends around for lunch. It was a Jewish holiday. Now these friends are super duper anti-Trump and super pro-Biden, right? Even now, after. And they were sitting down, and they always looking for valid. They will never talk to me about their politics, because they know I will just like destroy their arguments, right? But they're always looking for like to zing me. Say, looks like Trump's gonna be impeached. And I'm like, whatever, mate, whatever you want. But like even they were going, oh, I remember the city was good when Giuliani was the mayor, and you saw him catch himself like as he's like, oh my god, what did I say? And he's like, well, of course now it's gone crazy. Yeah, right. That's what's going on over and again. You're looking at the devastation done by your idiot policies, and you go, oh, it was better back then, but it's like this now because of me, right? People are morons. Anyway, so the headline is, Doctor Who fans rejoice as beloved tradition, which was inexplicably... I've explained it to you, bloody morons. I've explained it to you. Why was it gone? Because of you. You idiot moron. It was inexplicably banned. It was finally reinstated. It's because people like you went, oh, it's the best it bloody ever. Oh, God. With David Tennant back in the Tardis, shooting up a brand new Doctor around the corner, and the 60th anniversary officially here in just a few weeks. Not really. I mean, more like 11 months, but okay. I mean, do you want to time it from the big finish release of, what's it called again, this new one? Legacy of Time, maybe? I started listening to the one they did about 5 years ago, The Legacy of the Doctor. I've got it on my phone. It's like a 6-disc multi-Doctor, Birdie Summerfield, River Song, all these things. What's the name of that? It was actually it was much better than I remember. I gotta go. How was it? On device. I go to on device. I'm looking at my phone. Where'd it go? Legacy of Time, right? So I have no idea. This is called The Legacy of the Doctor or something. I don't know. The Legacy of Time is probably way too expensive now. Man, their prices have gone up. I don't think this business model is going to make it for them. I really don't. Hope it does. I hope it does. There's a lot of stuff they got coming out next year, which I'm excited for. A lot more, which I'm not. I know I got good 9 episodes of good Doctor Who, right? I'm reasonably confident about that. There's never been a better time to be a Doctor Who fan. Really? You told me it was the bestest ever when Jodie Whittaker... Don't you remember that? Right? I mean, are you a little bit embarrassed and ashamed? Like, just a little bit? No. Not in the slightest, right? Absolutely not in the slightest. The good news there just keeps rolling in as a new old showrunner, Rusty Davis, has just confirmed one of the show's most beloved traditions that was bizarrely junked 5 years. It wasn't bizarre! It's because of you fucking idiot! 5 years ago, it's finally making a comeback. Oh, why did that happen? Here's the thing. Try doing a thing called remembering, right? Remembering. And here's another. The second one's going to be much harder. Honesty. Honesty and remembering. Try and do both those things together. It'll answer your little questions. That's right. Doctor Who Christmas specials are making their return, and one of the best innovations of the Roy of Sieves. I agree there. I'm glad we found common ground, which began airing in 2005, was the creation of the annual festive standalone adventure. Yes! 100% yes, and big finish if you're listening, right? You want to get some money out of my pocket? A box set come out at Christmas, right, of classic Doctor Christmas specials that never were. I want a third Doctor with, the Brigadier and unit in unit headquarters doing a Christmas special, right? I would love, get Rob Sherman to write it. A Tom Baker, Lala Ward Christmas special. Like a season 17. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, yes. A Colin Baker one. Yeah, I would buy that box set, mate. I would buy. Do you want? Just take my bloody money. I would. That's something I will give you, right? That's something I will give you. The innovations are revived, which began airing in 2005. Sadly, Yuletide Treat was the creation was an annual festival standalone adventure for the Doctor, and quickly became a fixture of both fans and casual viewers. Yes, yeah. I mean, man, in the space of no time at all, Russell Lee Davies created a solid Christmas tradition, and in no time at all, Chris Chibnall destroyed it. Right, especially why he's come back. Sadly, though, the Yuletide Treat was ditched for the Jodie Whittaker era, replaced by the much less satisfying run of New Year's special. I remember you saying it was great. It was stunning and brave. Resolution. Oh, yes. God, what an awful first season that was. But slightly better than the awful second season. For the first time ever, I'm writing a Christmas special at Christmas, Davis teased. This isn't this isn't for next year. No, the 2023 script has long since been signed off. I imagine that's what Shoot is filming right now, don't you think? I mean, are they? No, they're filming season 14 now. So he must have. Has he? Is that Christmas special part of that budget? I don't know. And this was for 2024. As you would expect, Whovians went wild overnight with the news. Yes, we did. I was very happy. And again, this is why I see there's being. This is really the end of toxic fandom. And I keep saying it over and over again. This is really genuinely the end of toxic fandom. We got a little toxic fandom story that I do want to try and cover next, because. We're all just agreeing on stuff now, right? It's really important to remember that a lot of people who said they liked the Jodie Whittaker era didn't really. They liked science fiction because it was popular, and they liked Doctor Who because it was science fiction. It was a genre, shall we say, that was promoting their ideology, their worldview. They felt because it was, and then when it lost all its ratings because of that. They said, well, what idea? What platforming? I don't know. Honesty. Try doing honesty and remembering. Okay, those two things change your bloody life, mate. Right? Well, I forgot. I forgot where I was going with that, with the Jodie Whittaker stuff. But so they're very excited. But Whovians are very, very excited that the Christmas special is coming back. Me too, right? Me too. Basically saying this. I was saying this is why toxic fandom's going, because we're all just agreeing, right? They like popular things. This is going to be popular. I think I'm going to like it too. And it's just, they're going to look silly. And they do look silly. The more they rail against normalcy, right? The sillier and weirder they look, right? So let's go and look at a reasonably good example of that. Here we go. So, just weird stuff, mate. All this stuff is weird stuff. It's, where are we going? Doink. So this happened this week, I think. Is this the one? There we go. This happened this week. There was a rumor that John Barrowman's coming back. Now, John Barrowman is hosting. It sounds fabulous. If it wasn't on the Sabbath and if I lived in America, I would 100% go. It sounds absolutely fabulous. On December the 23rd, Friday, December 23rd, John Barrowman is hosting. Look, it's basically a way of him making money, but a screening of Elf, a kind of a party, and look. Watch him on Instagram talking about it. He's so much fun, right? He's the weirdest cancellation I've ever seen because he's just so gregariously loving. And look, I'm a Bible thumping creationist. You know, I generally speaking, I think the things the Bible said are good for us, right? Generally speaking, John Barrowman doesn't really espouse that, especially in terms of sexuality, which is fine, which is groovy. But he's such a lovely human being. I don't understand the vitriol against him, but boy, we will see the vitriol against him now. So. This chap, for some reason, he calls himself BBC William. I don't know why. What you got nothing to do with the BBC, from what I understand. With speculation on John Barrowman possibly returning to Doctor Who, so they don't like John Barrowman because in 2005, 2006, he would lark around, apparently getting his dick out often, right, often, and then Noel Clarke, who in the midst of being cancelled because. A group of 17 women had got a journalist had got a group of 17 women to basically agree he was a bad person without being specific in any way, right? So when that story was being broken in The Guardian, that story has been completely debunked, right? They kept saying, over 20 women accused him! No, it was 17 women, and every one of them has been debunked. There was basically two people who had real issues and everything else. And they're probably lying. There's nothing to back up what they're saying whatsoever. But when that was happening, a video of him coming out talking about John Barrowman waggling his dick around. And they're like, sexual assault! Ah! And they wanted to cancel him, right? So, so we had this week, possibly coming. Personally, I think he has to address the situation instead of the cancel culture speeches. Well, he has addressed the situation. He's apologized over and over again. You're being completely disingenuous. It's all for self-aggrandizement. And you're a low-life piece of shit, is my basic opinion, right? I did. So yeah. So the reason people think he's bringing back because he dyed his hair black. Yeah, essentially in that little ad that we saw. I feel that if he did that and properly acknowledged then more of Fandom would forgive him. We're fine. You know what? How about this? Why don't you fuck off and leave us alone, you pieces of shit, right? You made life miserable for the entirety of Fandom for years. Fuck off, right? Yeah. Oh, no, you don't like gatekeeping? Yes, yeah, no, I'm gatekeeping away from cunts, right? Because you guys are cunts. Anybody into canceling anybody is a cunt, right? It's just the bottom line. So this goes on and on and on and on and on. Is he coming back? I don't know. I really don't know. But I mean, just look at some of these things. I'll be okay with it if he made a small video apologizing, making it clear he'd never do it again. He's done that, and he's on his Robbie last job. Who are you, Tom, piece of shit, to do this? He's nowhere near like people like Noel Clarke, who hasn't done anything at all, who hasn't broken any laws. Also Noel Clarke. So I'll be okay with it. And then somebody tries to explain it. No, Clarke didn't break any laws. No complaints were actually made. No charges were brought. Trial by media only. And the guy freaks out. Believe women! What about the woman who said Bill Clinton raped them? Was it Juanita Broderick? Do you believe that woman? No, she's a lying slut. Oh, okay. You know, is that consistent? Yes! Yes! Anyway, so the reason I'm talking about toxic fandom is this, because this story, firstly, I think they're going, but the last story that I want to get to this week is Sophia Myles. Sophia Myles came under significant attack from toxic fandom. Here is what happened, right? And this is, I can say I've actually heard this from the horse's mouth. I can't tell you which horse, but I actually heard it from the horse's mouth. Once you find the right image. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. I think I go over here. So let me zoom in so we can see it. So apparently Sophia was not very well when she made a convention appearance. She was, she said the words I've heard it described as projectile shitting and vomiting. Right, that doesn't sound good. Okay, it's oh, that's wrong. I think it's over here. So this one. There we go. So this person who made a very, very good clockwork mask, she had a picture of it. Now you can see Sophia looks freaking awful here. She looks like she wants to die, poor woman. I'm really, really sorry. And she's got a bit of a clown phobia, and she didn't want the person to be close to her, so when she poked that at her, she was like, and she asked security, look, can you keep that person away from me? She's a bit weird. We know this happens in fandom, that a lot of us fans can sometimes be a little bit weird, right? A little bit weird. So this fandom had this fan, again, I think underscoring that fans can sometimes be a little bit weird, had an absolute meltdown on social media. But I think she was being very genuine about it. I think she was very upset that she upset Sophia. I really genuinely think that really bothered her. And look, the reason most disagreements happen is because of miscommunication, right? Generally speaking, most people don't want to be a cunt, right? This woman, casual customer, doesn't want to be a cunt. I don't think Sophia wanted to be a cunt. She felt awful. She felt this woman was a bit weird and just like bothering her, and she needed space, right? However, the evil cunts of toxic fandom, which are dying out, right? Are dying out now. Why are they dying out? Because they choose any target they can get. That's why I would like to see John Barrowman come back as Captain Jack, because it would just force a lot of them out. So again, so they leapt upon this and just to hound her off social media. She's back now, right? She's so obscure that I literally don't know who you're talking about. Please tell. You're such a lying cunt. I mean, like, I don't understand. Why do you think? Do you think this doesn't make you look like a piece of shit, right? And it just response after response. I can't believe I got people saying no, Clark is innocent, and that's even proof that he isn't. Well, then we don't need proof. This is trolled by mob, right? I think the 20 women accusing her are proof. Sure, take his word over. We've looked into each one of these stories. Right, it wasn't 20 plus, it was 20 minus. It's called 17. It's called adding. Maybe you want to add that in when you start trying to do things like remembering and honesty, right? Sure, take his word over 20 plus. Okay, so is Bill Clinton a rapist, right? I believe he is. Do you think he is, or is that just Russian disinformation or whatever? These people are just absolute scum, right? Absolute scum. They are the worst people that humanity has ever produced. So thankfully, Sophia is back now on social media, but man, had weirdo after weirdo after weirdo attacking her. I felt genuinely bad for her. What can I say? Merry Christmas, Sophia. I hope this interaction with this evil, nasty piece of fandom is over. And why do they go after her? Why do they want to cancel her? Why do they hate her? Because she said, I know John Barrowman. I know John Barrowman. I think, was it John Barrowman or Noel Clarke? I know Noel Clarke. He's not a predator at all. That's just ridiculous. And I wish these people who just bang on about being kind, bang on about compassion, actually ever had some. I mean, poor Noel Clarke, he was driven near to suicide. His life was destroyed. And let's be honest. Again, we're practicing remembering and honesty. Let's be honest. You did it because you enjoyed it. You did it for the same reason that any group that picks up a black guy and lynches him from a tree. Not for justice, not to do the right thing, not for anything, because it's fun. Because you can. Because it makes you feel powerful. You people are the most despicable cunts in the entire history of our species, right? Please go away. From Doctor Who and from reality itself. is what it would be my recommendation. But I think they're dying on the vine, right? I think they're dying on the vine because they're just looking for anything to go against now, because everything they believe in is falling apart. The more they say everything's the best as ever, the more it's falling apart, and boy, is it falling apart. But the future is looking rosy. It is for me. I think the new Tardis set looks exciting, looks interesting. I am intrigued to see what they're going to be doing with it. I like 8 episodes a year. I like having Christmas specials back. I like everything Rosalie Davis is doing. I like Doctor Who, okay? This is just me for you. This is one man's opinion. I hope you like Doctor Who too. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.